Let's bring back in the powerhouse panel right now. Everybody's back with us right now. Marie Fischer, Kelly Sadler, Matt Tito, and Rick Gates all here. You guys laughing? Anybody laughing at that? Shirtless Vladimir Putin. Shirtless Vladimir Putin. All right. I want to just touch on this for one moment. I'm going to direct this toward you, Matt Tito. Joe Biden did not have, and this kind of passed us by yesterday, but no Easter egg roll at the White House. Again, take a listen.
Anything is possible. And we look forward to next year when the White House will ring with joy of the season once again, and there'll be an Easter egg roll, God willing. May God bless you all. May God protect our troops and take care of the Easter Bunny.
All right. So I show you that, Matt, for two reasons. One, can you see that at your house?
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
I don't know what the bunny was doing there. I didn't know if that was the bunny when I first saw it or if that was a White House staffer. I didn't know, he had glasses on. I don't know that. But the Easter egg roll is probably the one event where you can socially distance. Not to mention, it's all about little kids who are not vectors for the coronavirus. So why was there not an Easter egg roll at the White House? They had Easter egg rolls at the White House during World War II.
Well, it's totally virtual signaling, by the White House. I mean, did Dr. Fauci tell the Easter Bunny he had to wear a mask for the event? Does he have two masks on?
Can rabbits get coronavirus?
But yeah, this is the same Dr. Fauci that said he has nothing to do with the border and what's going on over there in terms of coronavirus. But I'm sure he gave the Easter Bunny some sound advice to wear 3 masks. Listen, they easily could have done an event there. They easily could have socially distanced. We've had other events. We've had events where people are masked up and it's totally fine. This was just the White House sending a signal to the rest of America. We want to keep you on lockdown. We want to keep you masked up, and we don't want to open back up. Because the longer that they do this for, the longer that they get to keep passing these stimulus bills with all their pork caked in there to pass their Democratic agenda.
Yeah.
And that's basically what they're all doing right now.
All right, enough with the Easter Bunny, but that was sad. That's one of the events that I enjoy watching is the Easter egg roll. And I always thought, like, one day I'd take my kids there. I mean, that's not going to happen, but it would be fun. They'd enjoy it. Rick, you worked at the White House. Remember the Easter egg roll? It's fun.
Yeah, I was going to say, my kids have been there the last 4 years, and it was just such a sad tragedy to see that, the kids aren't going to be able to have that experience this year. It is a great event. It's a fun event. It's a non-political event. So it's hard to see that they did cancel it. And the South Lawn is massive. They could have, reduced the numbers and still held the event. And a lot of work goes into it. My guess is they didn't have any interest in doing the work, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, they land Marine One on the South Lawn. It's like the size of a football field. They easily could have done this. All right, let's talk about Hunter Biden, shall we? Kelly, the federal prosecutors are still investigating the president's son for possible tax fraud. This stems back to when he served as a board member on a Ukrainian energy company called Burisma. He was compensated $50,000 a month. His dad was vice president at the time. I don't know what his qualifications were, but his book comes out today. Will you read Beautiful Things?
I don't know. This one, I'm having a hard time with this. I think I might read it just out of curiosity. Or just a hate read, He said in his interviews, he's going out on the media junket right now promoting his book, that he's not concerned at all with this, federal investigation, that he's done nothing wrong, and he shouldn't be concerned. He's a Democrat. He's the son of Joe Biden, and they always seem to be protected in these cases. We haven't seen any leaks out of Delaware pertaining to his case. None of the press corps, other than, your journalists, even ask about it. It's all been swept under the rug, and he's using the cushion of being an addict to garner sympathy, and I just find the whole thing vile.
Yeah, he was paid, Marie, he was paid $2 million. That was the advance for this book. Some really selective memory, and I want everyone to know about this. So in the book, we've seen him out there promoting the book, and he says that the laptop, this infamous laptop that nobody heard about before November 3rd, may have been his, but quite frankly, he doesn't remember. And you can chalk that up to, he was on drugs. He admits it in the interview. 4 years of his life were, drug-addled, which could affect your memory. But then you read the book, and you read snippets from the book, and he remembers in vivid detail all of these binges, these benders, 14-day benders where he's drinking, absolute vodka and smoking crack, another illegal drug. He remembers them in vivid detail. Also, on the back of the book, it says Hunter Biden's a father of 4. Hunter Biden is a father of 5. He's got a 2-year-old that lives in Arkansas that he had with a stripper, and a paternity test proved that was, in fact, his child. But on the back of it, he doesn't acknowledge his daughter. And I just hope his daughter doesn't see this book years from now when she's old enough to read. Break her heart. Marie, your thoughts?
I think it's just very sad. I mean, he says one minute he doesn't remember the laptop, even though they have all the proof, they have his signature. It makes you wonder, does he not remember the laptop? Does he not remember doing wrongdoing? Or is his whole book basically fiction that's made up in his mind that he put out and using all this publicity that he can? It does make you wonder, is he even of stable mind?
Beautiful Things comes out today. All right, Jen Psaki was out talking about the infrastructure bill. She had some very interesting comments when she said that some people might think it doesn't spend enough. Some people think it might spend too much. Take a listen.
And it has played out that some will believe that the package we proposed is too small. Some will believe it's too big. And we're happy to have discussions with members who have both points of view. But at the end of the day, the package that the president proposed makes a historic investment in our nation's infrastructure, rebuilds our economy, helps create 19 million jobs.
Rick Gates, who besides AOC thinks the bill is not big enough?
Oh, I think there are a lot of progressives. I'm sure Bernie Sanders is in that camp that he doesn't think the bill is big enough. But at the end of the day, what is interesting is that the Democrats have completely changed their rhetoric on this. If you remember last week, there was no talk about let's describe and define what infrastructure is. So they've expanded their definition of infrastructure. And they're going to need to do that in order to get some other people on support. Look, they've had some pretty good breaks. The Senate parliamentarian yesterday ruled that the Senate could do another budget reconciliation bill. This is exactly how they're going to jam this through. They're going to be able to get it through the House. Now, you got senators like Joe Manchin that are going to prove difficult, I think, to get their vote. And I think it's going to be important to view. But there is very little infrastructure about this bill. And just changing the definition doesn't mean you're bringing more infrastructure money and projects into it. That is a disservice to the American people. And this cannot be a partisan issue. We have got to fix our infrastructure. It is in a deplorable state right now.
That bill, by the way, if it does pass, would be the biggest in American history. Panel, we got to leave it there. We'll see you guys again at the top of the hour. You're watching Wake Up America. We'll be right back.